Half time, 1-0 to Rangers. I don't even know where to begin. Obviously, we need to do this quickly because it's half time. Ross, do you know what? I probably shouldn't ask, but I'm going to ask. Was that a penalty?
Yeah, it is a penalty because you don't know. The goalie could miscontrol it. The goalie could take an extra touch and Cholak's right on top of him. My question is, why is Tom commentator on Rangers TV now saying the double jeopardy rule saved the player? The double jeopardy rule is there for if you make a clear attempt at clearing the ball or making a tackle and you're unfortunate, as in the goalie goes to dive for the ball, a defender makes a last man tackle, tries to play the football, the penalty's given, he gets booked. No for grappling folk. That's no that's no some of the stuff that guy says on commentary's brutal, by the way, but aye.
Listen, I like Tom.
Just some of his takes, Martin. I like him as well. But some of his takes and some of the stuff he says is a nonsense.
Mark, penalty for you?
Aye, every day of the week. There's UFC stuff on
it. Do you know, I only managed to catch it a quick one take it, and then I came into do this, and then I went back through to watch the penalty go in. It's a red card, Mark, is it not?
For me, goal scoring opportunity, he's got to go. Simple as that.
Why is he not then? Why has it not been given us?
I've absolutely no idea, mate. I don't know whether Willie Collum's been watching the UFC the last few weeks, because there was one in the first half where somebody tried a flying knee, I know. Was it Sands or Barisic? Somebody done a flying knee, and there was just nothing. What? I don't understand it.
Right, so we're running up at half time, Mark. I know that you missed a wee bit of the game in between, but for what you have seen, we needed that penalty. We needed that goal. We needed a goal.
Sloppy, just and kind of toothless in front of goal. It's just it's not good enough. We should be putting teams like this to the sword. I don't care. All right, they're Hibs, but as I said, we should definitely be scoring more goals against us. 100%.
What's not been working, Ross, in that first half?
Matondo hasn't been getting in behind. A couple of times he's looked slack. I don't know whether it's that trying to get the partnership with Tav. I don't know whether he's an out and out winger, and sometimes it looks as if him and Tav are taking up each other's space. There's been a couple of times the ball's broke free and him and Tav have both been in the same area and went for the same ball, and the two of them have left it to let a defender. That could come with time. But right now we've no got time, because as we said the other day, every game now is a cup final for the next few. I think it's, somebody's just mentioned it in the comment there, he's fell on his arse so many times. Like, get a set of studs on, get your proper football boots on, old school, know what I mean? And I don't know, if somebody's got that amount of pace but they've got no traction, it's hard enough for them to control it. He's like Roadrunner quite a lot of the time. It's hard for him to get the traction he needs anyway, but never mind when you're wearing your mod slippers on the park, do you know what I mean?
There's a couple of things I want to touch on very quickly, but firstly, Mark, Sophie's asking, should we change the formation or make a few changes at half time?
I don't know. I think you've got to give the boys a chance to. I mean, obviously, give them a good talk to at half time and give them the next 10 minutes to kind of give themselves a wee shake and sort themselves out. I think just on the Matondo thing, I think that Taverniers played for how many years without a right winger. So Taverniers just naturally becomes that right winger. So the problem is all of a sudden he's got a right winger and he's like, oh, hold on, that's where I usually am. So I think maybe that's where we're kind of we're breaking down a wee bit, but they need to get their finger out. Simple as that. As I said, 10 minutes, I would think we got a rock up their arse, 10 minutes, and then they make changes. Simple as that.
Well, if McGeady's on Sky saying it's a penalty, then you know it's a definite penalty. Is that midfield working, Ross?
Jack looks miles off it, didn't he? He does. I've said before, I think now John Lundstrom's moulded into everything that Jack gave us, but he's a more dominating, fit. He's got the big long legs. His legs come out from anywhere and make tackles. If we've got Lundstrom in there doing the dirty job, and you've got Lawrence there who can come back and do it, to me, Jack looks as if he doesn't know his place in the team, and that. It looks as one thing about Jack is he's always in the right place to go and win the ball. Now Lundstrom's in that place, so again you've got two people want to do the same thing within 30 yards square of the park. That's what it looks like to me, and Lundstrom's naturally getting there quicker and sharper than Jack is, and it's leaving him. Don't get me wrong, he showed up out on the right wing a few times, which has been surprising. But I don't know whether Jack's been gave the role of you're the more advanced of the two and Lunny will sit. And Jack's that used to being the sitter that he's maybe no. We're going through a transition with players, aren't we? Let's be honest. We're trying to find a way that works. We're not playing the rigid 4-3-3 that Gerrard played. Van Bronckhorst's had a pre-season with the players now to try and get his tactical approach ingrained into the players, and you might find that some of them are still. Jack's been playing that role for 3-4 seasons, so it might take him a few games to say, oh fuck, I can let the shackles off, I can move forward.
Sands, Mark, decent first half, played well.
He's done all right. For me, Sands he gets a lot of grief, but he's neat and tidy. But you know how I feel. You're playing. If you get a centre half there, play a centre half. Don't be playing a centre mid at centre half and putting the boy in the firing line. As I said, the boys are going to get stick no matter what he does. But it looks of things now. But I think he's been all right. He's been decent enough.
I think he's been the best player on the park.
So they are, by the way. Yeah.
I think Sands has been the man of the match so far. He's the only person I can think of that's won every single physical duel. Did he get beaten one header late on in the half? But he's always there. I was saying in the group chat, he's Borna's lunch ticket, because Borna just gets the ball, plays it back to Sands and hopes he'll open up the play. So he's always an outball as well. I think later on in the season, once you've got your Souters and your Davies back fit, I think you might find that Sands will sit in and play the role Jack's playing today. Just kind of mopping up the midfield, because he's got that energy back and forward as well. So there's lots of good. There's lots of positives, Martin, but at the same time, I sat on here.
I feel as if you're so negative these days.
It's no. I sat on here for 2 hours last night and spoke about Kent having to add numbers to his game. Lawrence, an expert for 25 yards. Kent's cut inside about 3 times, had a chance to shoot, and he's tried to take the extra touch, lost the ball.
Yeah.
Tom Lawrence is 12 yards out in the middle of the box, ready just to wrap a shot, and tries to play Kent in, overhits it. He's trying to play Cholak in behind once, underhit it. So it's early in the season, so I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt that they're trying to still get used to playing with each other and playing in hostile atmospheres as well, mate. There's no many atmospheres that Tom Lawrence, I played in, Matondo I played in, that's as volatile as what Rangers going to Easter Road is.
Yeah, that's true. Mark Robert Clark, Goldson on a yellow, is that a worry?
The thing is, Goldson's always got a foul in him, hasn't he? He's always got a wee niggly one, but I think he's professional enough to realise that he's on a yellow and to kind of try and rein it in just a wee touch, just enough that he's not going to get booked. I don't see it as an issue.
Gaz is saying, Ross, it wasn't a yellow for Goldson. I'm sorry, that's a yellow all day long.
I can see what he's saying. Goldson's trying to shut the space off, and Martin Boyle and him have collided with each other. If you're telling me Goldson's is a yellow, then why is fucking Johnny Bones Jones knee high fucking flying Nino a yellow then? Why is there was another one on that left hand side, the boy with the blonde hair absolutely done somebody. Done Barisic, kicked him waist high.
Doyle Hayes, was it Doyle Hayes?
No, he got booked for his. There was somebody else done one and Barisic nicked inside and they hit him waist high and never got a yellow card. So Goldson's on the player things is a yellow card, but then there's 3 examples we spoke about here where they should have had a man sent off, they should have had a man booked for a knee high challenge, a face high challenge with a knee. I'm saying that as if it was a normal tackle. It wasn't. And then the one where Barisic gets somebody's knee rammed right round their waist. So it's that inconsistency in it with the referees at what is a booking, what isn't a booking.
Just finally, Mark, we're still struggling to play to Kolak's strengths. like Ross said, look, Kent and Lawrence have been overplaying. Kolak's only had one decent cross in the first half, which was a bit behind him. That he maybe could have done a bit better way, but we need to start giving him service.
Well, the whole point is we've got two out-and-out wingers. Get in the byline.
Mm-hmm.
Get in the byline, get it across. I mean, that's bread and butter for him. That is how you play to your strengths. And we don't seem to be doing it. Kent is kind of at the stage now where every time he gets a ball, we all know, even the defenders that are playing against him know he's going to cut inside.
I know he got us the penalty, and I'm not criticising Čolak in any way, shape or form. What I'm saying is he needs the service.
Yeah.
I think that the chat and what I see in the chat is right. See if we've got a Sakara there. He wants to play out on the right wing, but plays an inside forward, the same as Kent. The two of them want to come in narrow and get shots away at goal, and that's what frees up the space for our wing backs. At the moment, Kent's playing a bit within himself, I think, sometimes, and because of that, that's because he's not got Barisic. Barisic's very rarely looking for the overlap. He's done it once and put in a great cross the day. So I think there's patterns of play in it. I know I sound like a football manager gimp here, but it's patterns of play and getting to know where these wee triangles work and how somebody's going to open up the angle for the pass and then go back for a return. And it does. I know you don't get time at Rangers, especially when you're playing against Aberdeen, Hibs, Celtic, and Rangers fans demand that performance, and you want to go and hammer them, and you want to put out a statement. But we're still in the first handful of games of the season. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and I'm very wary that the second half is just about to start. And there's hundreds more we could talk about, but we do have to go. I hope you've enjoyed the wee half time. Please join us at full time for post-match reaction, because I wanted to bring this up. Kent has three guys around him, and every time he gets the ball, but he gets past the three and then tries to go past the fourth. But yeah.
The problem with that, Martin, is, sorry to nick in, is the fact that Barisic is still standing on a halfway line. Barisic going on an overlap takes two of the guys away.
Yeah, I know. But we'll discuss all that at full time. Everybody, go and enjoy the second half. I've got a funny feeling we're going to get another couple of goals. We'll get better, and it'll be a very, very positive post-match reaction. So thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you just after.
Cheers, guys.